Hi guys, it's Tuesday, February 16th. Freddie B here. Welcome and thank you for joining me today. Let's talk about a couple of things today. We're going to talk about Ron DeSantis. I think he's a pretty good governor right now. Florida's wide open. We don't want you to come down. We want to keep it a secret. Now, come on down, bring your money. Just don't bring your politics is what we always say. And come on down to Florida. The weather's great. Beautiful day here in Southwest Florida. 75 degrees, sunny, absolutely gorgeous day. Let's talk about Biden's 18 or so executive orders. I only picked out a few of them. I just want to show you some of the absurdity of what Joe Biden's done in his first couple of weeks in office. And then you need to ask yourself a question. How is any of this helping you? Helping you. What is this doing? What is what Joe Biden's doing helping you personally? Because at the end of the day, you're going to sit back and go, are you better off now than you were 6 months ago or whatever? Because I think most of us are going to say no. I can tell you personally, I have a 30-gallon gas tank on my truck. And prior to January 1st, I paid under $2 a gallon, and now gas is $2.49. Okay? Why is that? Probably because of the Keystone XL pipeline. Now, they're still going to bring that oil in from Canada, and that pipeline is a 1,200-mile pipeline that was coming from Canada down to Texas, I believe. And it is designed to carry oil. And once you bury a pipeline, there's very few things you can do to a pipeline to hurt a pipeline. The USA is crisscrossed with pipelines everywhere. In your neighborhood, if you have gas at your stove or gas heat, you have pipelines all through your neighborhood. So this is nothing new. The Keystone XL pipeline is the only political pipeline that we have in America. But here's the significance of that. By canceling that pipeline, he took a ton of people that were going to work on that pipeline, making upwards of $30, $35 an hour, and made them unemployable currently. But don't worry, he's going to have $15 an hour jobs for them. Isn't that great? Secondarily, all that oil is still going to get transported. However, it's going to be transported on railroads. And the transportation on the railroads is by, hang on a second, I got to find it here. A railroad that is controlled by Biden supporter Warren Buffett. So all those railroad cars are going to get full of oil and they're going to be transported down. I'm going to tell you, when you expose railroad cars to the environment, a lot of bad things can happen. You can have fire, you can have derailments, you can have problems with the track, problems with the supply. So there's nothing good that can come out of doing railroad transportation for oil versus pipeline. If you go back to the Rockefellers, back when J.D. Rockefeller, he and I want to say Cornelius Vanderbilt got in a big fight over railroads. So what Rockefeller did was he built pipelines. And he built pipelines because he made it more efficient and cheaper for him to move oil. So what's good in the Industrial Revolution is still good today. I love railroads. They're great. They're wonderful and everything. But it just seems to me that certain people are getting very, very wealthy. By the way, BNFI, or whatever the railroad is that Berkshire Hathaway owns, did $23 billion in business last year, which is great. They netted about 7. Not a bad deal. The Paris Agreement sucks. Why? It's a bullshit plan. Trump was right to pull out. The only thing it does is it lists a bunch of things that countries are going to do to try to help the environment. Here's the thing. I hate pollution. You hate pollution. But there's a difference between environmental pollution, which we all can control, and climate change, which we cannot control at all. And to sit there and think that wealth distribution is going to impact climate change is stupidity on your part, Biden's part, and everybody who believes that. But that's what it's about. It's kind of like COVID-19. You know, in Florida, we wear masks because it's a common sense thing to do. Okay? But when we're at a restaurant and we're eating, we don't take a bite and put our mask up and chew it and then do that. Because it's foolish and it's stupid. And to think that COVID lives here but doesn't live here is stupid. In Virginia, COVID only comes out after 10 o'clock. In New York, it's only in 75% of the restaurants. Guys, they are not trying to control COVID. They're trying to control you. They're trying to control you. Understand that. That's why I love living in the South and in Florida. Because our governor, Ron DeSantis, says, guess what? I'm not going to control you. Go on with your lives. We know COVID is a bad thing. I think I had it 2 weeks ago, even though I had a negative test, because, man, did I feel like crap. My doctor gave me flu medication. It helped. I will tell you, though, I got over whatever it was. But, boy, I'll tell you what, I was on my ass for 4 days, and I was. And I'll tell you what, if I had COVID, I hope I did, because now I don't have to worry about it so much. I have some immunity built up. I might get a different strain of it, but I'm sure that these immune factors will help fight COVID. And I'm not saying that COVID needs to be not taken seriously. It needs to be taken seriously, less like the flu needs to be taken seriously. But it seems to me that the Biden administration and many others forget that there's vaccines out there. There are millions of people receiving vaccines currently as we go. If they get the hell out of the way, we could get vaccines out a whole lot faster. The government is not good at anything. The only thing the government does well is make war because they have unlimited funds. That's the only thing they can do really, really well. They can kill people and break things. I've never seen the government do something that the private sector can't do better. Look at the United States Postal Service, which I have very respect for. But let's face it, FedEx and UPS and DHL and all these other ones took too much of their business, and now all I get is junk mail. So, let's see. Took away the ban on the Muslim countries that were sending most of the terrorists over. He got rid of that. Mask mandates are not enforceable. Opened up the southern borders. Don't understand why that. And then here's the one thing I'll talk about, and then I'll get off for the day, and we'll continue this some other time. He signed an executive order to create racial equity, which sounds pretty good, but there's a difference between racial equity and racial equality. And while they both mean the same thing, they both are promoting fairness. I want you to understand that equality is achieved by treating everyone, regardless of race, color, creed, whatever, LGBTQ, doesn't make any difference, treating them all the same, regardless of their need. Everybody gets treated the same. That's what equality is. Everybody gets treated the same. Everybody gets the same opportunity. And we have laws in place that already allow that. Now, equity means that you treat people differently dependent on their need. So what they're saying is that he wants to segregate people based on their need and treat them differently. So isn't that discriminating against those who have? Maybe. I don't know. But remember this as I leave you today, and I hope that you'll subscribe and maybe hit that like button and share it with your friends. I'd appreciate that. Remember this. You never got a job from a poor person. Neither did I. Okay? So, there's always going to be rich. There's always going to be poor people. It sucks. The great thing about the USA and America and the way our system works is it gives everybody the opportunity to spiral up. And unfortunately, to spiral down, as I have a couple of times. But that's okay. Look, have a great day. It's a beautiful day. Come on down to Florida. Bring your money and spend it. We'd love to have you. The beaches are open. You don't have to wear a mask. You can stay 6 feet away from people because there's plenty of space on the beach. And we'd love to see you soon. So have a great day. Ta-ta for now.